first man on the planet to reach 200. And it's the Superman.
Cricket has given us unforgettable moments.
It is very...
Dhoni finishes off in style.
But some performances defy logic, break records, and rewrite history. What makes an innings truly legendary? Is it sheer dominance, unbelievable resilience, or the ability to pull off the impossible when all hope is lost?
Lara becomes the first man in the history of the game to register a score of 400.
Today, we count down the top 10 greatest individual innings in cricket history. Stay with us, because number 1 will leave you speechless. Don Bradman, 334 versus England, 1930. Ashes Leeds. Before T20s, before ODIs, there was a man who played cricket like a video game, Don Bradman. In 1930, at just 21 years old, Bradman walked out against England and obliterated their attack. By the end of the first day, he had already smashed 309 runs, the most ever in a single day's play. But was this the greatest knock ever? Wait till you see what's coming. MS Dhoni, 183 versus Sri Lanka, 2005, Jaipur.
Magnificent innings by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, 183.
Before he became Captain Cool, before the helicopter shot, Dhoni announced himself to the world with this knock. Chasing 299, India lost an early wicket, but Dhoni had no fear. He smashed 183 runs off 145 balls, 10 sixes, and took India home in style. Virender Sehwag, 319 versus South Africa, 2008, Chennai. A triple century is supposed to be a patient innings, but not if you are Virender Sehwag. Sehwag reached his 300 in just 278 balls, the fastest triple century in cricket history. V.S. Laxman, 281 versus Australia, 2001, Kolkata. This wasn't just an innings, it was a miracle. India was forced to follow on, trailing by 274 runs. Then came Laxman, who played one of the greatest comebacks in cricket history. His 281 runs with Dravid at the other end turned the match upside down. Brian Lara, 400 versus England, 2004, Antigua. Records are meant to be broken, but some are never touched again.
Brian Charles Lara becomes the first man.
Brian Lara's 400 remains the highest individual test score ever. For 2 days, he toyed with England's bowlers, rewriting the record books. Ben Stokes, 135 versus Australia, 2019, Headingley. England was dead and buried, and then Ben Stokes happened. Chasing 359, England were 286 for 9, 1 wicket away from defeat. But Stokes refused to give up. He single-handedly took England to victory with a breathtaking 135 off 219 balls. Sachin Tendulkar, 200 versus South Africa, 2010, Gwalior.
First man on the planet to reach 200.
For years, no one thought a batsman could score 200 runs in an ODI, and then came Sachin. With perfect stroke play, Sachin smashed 200 off 147 balls, becoming the first ever batsman to score an ODI double century. Kapil Dev, 175 versus Zimbabwe, 1983 World Cup. India was 17-5. Their World Cup dreams were dying. And then, Kapil Dev played a captain's knock for the ages. With no support, Kapil Dev smashed 175 runs off 138 balls, saving India from elimination and leading them to the World Cup trophy. Sir Garfield Sobers, 365 versus Pakistan, 1958, Jamaica. A 21-year-old breaking a 36-year-old record? That's how legends are made. Sir Garfield Sobers played one of the classiest Test innings ever, scoring 365 runs, a record that stood for 36 years. Glenn Maxwell, 201 versus Afghanistan, 2023 World Cup.
The most remarkable thing you'll probably ever see in cricket.
What's greater than a double century? A double century on one leg. Australia was 91 over 7, chasing 292, game over. Not for Glenn Maxwell. Battling cramps, unable to even walk, he played the greatest ODI innings ever, 201 off 128 balls. So, which of these knocks was the greatest of all time? Did we miss any legendary innings? Let us know in the comments.